All right, y'all. So we just opened up the door, got the U-Haul, and we are organizing. We got 2 or 3 days. I'm thinking 2 because I move pretty fast. And then y'all remember Larry from a couple videos. He's also at the Alvin Antique Mall. Good guy. Y'all should check out his booth if you haven't already, if you're in the area. And you're not on YouTube though, right? You're on eBay.
On eBay, not really on YouTube yet.
So you can go visit his eBay store. What's your eBay store?
541 resale.
541 resale on eBay. So if y'all want to give him some love and thank you, go buy something, whether it's big or small. You don't have to though. You can still say hi on the comments. Thank him for helping me. So this is what I'm dealing with. Moving all this, and then oh wait, there's more. It's like an infomercial. All right, and then this is my other one. It's currently 10 by 20 on each unit. So I got a 20 by 20 and I'm migrating everything into the one that I'll show you in just a little bit, which is a 45 foot long by 15 foot wide. I'm gonna run these white shelves on one side, these industrial shelves on the other, and then same thing over here. Run all of it down on one side for the industrial and then all these white ones down on the other side. Make like a horseshoe effect. And then depending on the space, I might run down the middle of my other unit since I have 15 foot to work with. We'll have to play. We'll play it by ear. We'll see what's going on. But the main thing is get everything out of these 2 units before February 1st hits and I have to pay $280, which is not a bad rate, to be honest, for air conditioned, temperature controlled unit, a 20 by 20. That's not a bad rate, but I need to get organized, guys. So I'm doing what I got to do. And plus it's closer by where I live. All right, stay tuned. This is the first clip. There'll be more. All right, y'all. So we've been here for 2 hours so far. We're picking out the stuff that like is in boxes and are easy to transport right now instead of just trying to deal with all the loose, which we can kind of just shuffle around. We're trying to get the shelving units basically out of here into the other space and then start filling them up accordingly. But that's pretty much all we've done. We probably knocked out only like, I wouldn't even say 10% yet because we haven't even started this side. And I don't know. I asked Larry and I said, maybe I should just get this on film. Larry, in your opinion so far, based upon what you've seen on value, how much do you think I have in resale value in these 2 units? As of right now, we're gonna cut in a couple of maybe in a couple hours. I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Man, I have no idea.
So far, what do you think?
I think you were pretty close with like 50,000, man. You've got so much stuff in here.
All right, so he thinks
and it's not cheap stuff.
There's comps everywhere. There's BOLO items everywhere in this freaking place.
Yeah.
So if you are in the Houston area, send me a message because I'm going to be starting some invites to come to my storage unit when I get it somewhat organized to have people come and just, get things for their own eBay store and or wherever you want to resell things because I'm going to be giving discounts off of what their values are just to purge inventory. All right, let me keep going. Slowly but surely making progress, guys. All right, so we got one of the big shelving units out. We're about to get that one out. And then the game plan is all of this that we took off the shelves, put it over here along that wall, and then that'll give us room to work with to get these shelves out. It's just a lot of work. Finding a lot of stuff that it's kind of like upsetting that I didn't list because there's some pretty good BOLO high dollar. All right, so we're getting the shelves in here. You can see these are freaking sturdy. I'm gonna make y'all paranoid. What do you think? I don't think I can go up higher, but I can put like signs and stuff and lights or whatever. But this is pretty sturdy. I mean, I'm 180 pounds and I'm walking on it no problem. We're good. As I fall on my ass real quick. Oh shit. Now I gotta get down. Oh, just playing. All right, back over at the one that I'm moving out of. This is where we're at so far. We got all those big shelves along that side out. Still working on getting these white shelves. Got a couple out. And then here's still all the white shelves that we got to pull out. right now we're working on getting these units right here out and boxed up. I got a bunch of Steinmart boxes from when I did that clean out for free. So we're gonna use those to put all the smalls in, and then the larger stuff that's already in bins or easily just movable as is, we're putting that on just these carts that we can use. See the carts? And then move as quickly as we can to get this shelving unit over there put together, and then, you know, packing the shelves. We're not doing much organizing at the other place. I can always do that. The main goal is just getting out of these 2 units before I get hit for $200 and whatever on February 1st automatically. So still burning and turning. Today will be a pretty eventful day. All right, guys. All right, so we got all these cleared. We're gonna empty these out, get the boards undone, take them over to the other unit, put them alongside that wall. Still a work in progress. Haven't touched the white ones yet. We're getting there. All right, time check. We're at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Here's what we got so far. Still haven't got the shelves. Got all those done. We just got all those out. Now I gotta put all of this back into that void so we can go over to the new unit, put those shelves up and start filling those shelves as we go, and then focus on the white ones. All right, so we've been here since 9 a.m. It's right around noon. About to load these into the U-Haul. All of this still got to go over. All the shelves are out of there. All the shelves are out of here. So the game plan is load up all the shelves over there, line the shelves up, and then just start making trips with all this stuff and go from there. All right, y'all, so I'm back at the new unit. We have the trailer still loaded with the shelves, but I'm gonna give you a bird's eye view of what's going on so far and kind of what the game plan is. All right, so all the industrial shelves are up down there pretty high, which is exciting. That was like an added bonus of having the high ceilings, is we were able to go up higher with the top shelf and then be able to stack things on top also. Because of that, if you remember at the other unit, I had that metal grating, like that chicken wire stuff, that prevented me from being able to have that. So that's an added like square footage that I did not plan on, which is really cool. We have 2 of these, but I can't use it here because I can't shut the door. So I'm gonna have to migrate this along the back wall and put both of these on the back wall, and maybe put one of these small ones in this little cavity for, you know, the small stuff or whatever, something that I want to keep handy and convenient to grab real quick out of the unit. And then all the white ones that are in the trailer right now, we're gonna line all the way down that side. So it's gonna be like a big horseshoe, which I already mentioned. Nope, that's it so far. We can keep plugging away. All right, pausing the work, give y'all an update. There's the side of there that we're putting on these white shelves on. Not even filled yet, but here's all the industrial shelving. And go up, that's pretty cool. We put the 2 metal ones here in the back wall, and then kind of walk back so y'all can see all the white shelves. We're gonna just fill up all of that. And it's starting to come together, guys. I don't know how much wiggle room I'm gonna have down the middle, because it's already sucked out like, what, 30 inches from the wall on these industrial sides. And then once I put those shelves in, we'll have to see how much walk space I have. If I'm gonna like invest in the units down the middle, which is a very good possibility. I'm all about getting organized. So if I have to, I will invest in getting some of those shelves all the way down the center. And I'll probably get about, I don't know, 8 of them, something like that. Okay. All right, here's the update. Got the trailer undone, back in my truck. All right, starting to come together, guys. So I'm probably gonna keep this as like a shipping station with all the boxes and stuff like that. Here's your aisle of shelves. And I'm probably gonna leave this, I don't have enough space for this little like inlet here, so I'll keep that as like a drop off of like tools that I need to stack or something. I don't know, but all this empty shelving. But you know, by basing on what's going on at the other place, I still got to bring all that inventory over here and start throwing it on. Now Larry is helping me, is into vintage watches, and check all these out, guys. A couple ashtrays in there for good mix, but all these are like vintage watches from like the 80s and stuff. I mean, you name it, all the cartoon characters and everything. If you ever heard of like Swatch, and things like that. There's some big money. There's some Garfield. But yeah, there's some good ones in here. So keep an eye out for vintage watches, guys. All right, I'm gonna keep going. We're going to the other unit, start pulling all the inventory and start loading up the shelves. It's coming together. What do y'all think? I'm thinking that I'm gonna run a line of those white shelves down the middle, and then the lighting situation kind of sucks, I have to admit it, versus where I was at, because it's so big, it gets dark back there. So I'm thinking about getting like two 12-volt like car batteries or something, and putting one on each side, and then running like high bright LED light strips, like 40 foot on one side, 40 foot on the other, and just light this up like a Christmas tree. And then I'm gonna start making invites for local YouTubers and pickers that I know that are resellers, just to come in and give them a pretty good discount for items to resell. Start having them purge some of my inventory. That way I can get more organized. I don't know, y'all think it looks pretty good? I think it's coming along pretty good so far. Quick forecast, look at all the shelving, guys. All the way down. There's all the commercial shelves all the way up.
I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad we thought about that last night or the other day. Whatever day it was. Alright.
Just getting organized. That's what we're dealing with. Alright. I know it looks like a big pile, but it's not gonna be that bad. We just kind of took everything off the shelves to get the shelves over there. Now we're just gonna be jam-packing all of this into the U-Haul. But wait, there's more. Those are all empty boxes, so it's not as crazy as it sounds. And then all of that. So I'm thinking, if I'm being honest, I think 3 trips with the U-Haul, and all the shelves are just waiting there emptied. So it's just, I mean, there's not gonna be any organization yet. I'll do that. The main focus is just making sure I get out of here before the first. So I'll do a lot of organizing over there, and you'll be able to see everything since it'll be on shelves and not just scattered on the ground. So people that come in private pick and all that type of stuff will be able to just randomly see everything. But yep, keep going. All right, just an update. Starting to take stuff out. Starting to make some room. U-Haul is only like maybe 30% filled, so we're making pretty good progress. Hiding in a box here next to all the ammo that I found. Yeah, at least he knows where a bolo is. Y'all see that out in the wild, make sure y'all buy up ammo. It's worth some money. Plug to the Enaman, Kevin at Commonwealth. What is this one? Yeah, it's the one he signed in the back too. Keep going. Back to the old storage unit. It's about 8 o'clock. I have about 2 hours before they shut the doors at 10. Try to get another load into this U-Haul and then fill up the back of my truck, and then meet Larry in the morning, unload this, and then get one last load from here, and that should be out everything, because I have to return the U-Haul tomorrow by noon. So wish me luck, guys. All right, here's what I got. 8 o'clock, I gotta move all this out. And then all this out. I want to make a big dent, load up the trailer, load up the big stuff in the back of my truck, and then start in the morning time. And then one last load with the trailer and leave here around 11 to unload real quick and drop it off by noon. That's the plan. All right, guys, here's the update. Unloading this trailer. It's the last day to have this. I got to return it at noon. A few things in the truck, and we've been burning and turning on these shelves. I know it's pretty filled, but I still got a lot of empty space, and a lot of these big items I'm taking to auction, so I'm not going to really mess with them. But here we go. Kind of see where I'm at. I have a guy, these are like the leftovers of all those records that I had. And there's a guy coming at 4:30 today, and I'm hoping that he makes me a fair offer for all of that, and I'll help him load them on his truck, and they'll be gone. So all this space will be available. And then I'm gonna leave like about a 4-foot walking path and start it like right here, and then go down the middle, like maybe 4 or 5 shelving units, all the way to maybe leaving like a 10-foot cavity on the front to have like a folding card table, like a white plastic card table, so I can do picking and shipping and all that out of here. And then if I ever want to have a place to, you know, do a quick dump off of some stuff, I can take the card table, collapse it, put it off to the side, and I'll have this whole empty area here, so I could use that for any type of bigger items or whatever, because you know how it is when you have things and you just don't have a place to put them. So that's it so far. A little bit left at the other unit, and then I'll clean it out and I'll take a video of that emptied out. So things are going pretty good. Sunday, time check, right around 10 o'clock a.m. All right, making progress. Here is the old unit. Still got to put stuff in like just big contractor trash bags, boxes, whatever. Here is the other one. So you can see it's clearing out pretty freaking good. Some boxes that are brand new back there that we can use if needed. Here is, you might be a reseller if you got a stash of empty boxes that are like that. And you know, if you don't feel like going out dumpster diving or whatever, or the weather's bad and you can't get rained on boxes, you got to have a little stash if you sell something. So there's my stash, everybody. Gonna keep going. It's looking good so far. All right, swept out. Here is a cleaned out first unit, so we can shut the doors and focus in on just finishing up grabbing all this plus the empty boxes. Making leeway, guys. So time check, 6:45 p.m. Got that one cleared. Just trying to fill up the last load with the truck and all the others. Bunch of freaking empty boxes down there, and just cherry pick the really good ones to keep. Use some of them to get all these small things out, and then hopefully this is our last load. I'll take a picture with all of it cleared out, y'all. Done! I bet y'all thought you'd never see the freaking day when my 2 units would be empty. That was a freaking job and a half. Long story short, 3 days, renting a U-Haul, got everything out. I'm gonna do a walkthrough tomorrow to make sure they don't try to, you know, take my deposit or whatever, but wanted to make the video because it's the truth of the matter of being a reseller, that, you know, it's not just selling things on eBay. There's so much in the back end that you got to consider, such as storing it, inventory, keeping things organized. And I'm guilty of it. I have a death pile. I'll admit it. But I am getting, you know, organized in the new year. You're seeing it, you know, firsthand, and it's very important, because if you sell things, you got to be able to find it, ship it, everything else. Quick shout out to Larry for the help. It's been 3 days. You know, go ahead and check out his eBay store. He mentioned it at the beginning of the video. So that's about it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Alright, so it's about 9 o'clock p.m. This is a little bonus footage. If y'all stayed to the end, congratulations. Thanks for watching so long. This is what I'm dealing with. Everything from those 2 units over there went in here. And the shelves are pretty darn jacked up here. And let me go back. Let's see if I can't show y'all. Freaking bike in the way. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still gonna run down the middle. A lot of records back there that are gonna be gone. But yeah. If you are in the Houston area, or if you want to come private pick my storage unit, definitely hit me up, because I've got plenty of stock and there's a lot of good items. I kid you not, guys.